The European Organization for Nuclear Research, CERN for short, is preparing for a very important experiment, which will take place exactly on April the 8th, the day of the total solar eclipse. It could be a dangerous experiment because it has never been done before in this intensity. And could this maybe open a portal in another dimension? But before I start, a warm welcome to you here on my YouTube channel. And if you would like to receive a weekly astrological and energetic update, please subscribe for my free newsletter, where I share a lot of information every week for free. Click on the link in the description box below this video. What kind of experiment has CERN planned, and what happens if something goes wrong? Could it be dangerous for us if they open, maybe unexpected, a black hole or a dimension gateway? CERN is an association of 23 member states, including Germany, Austria, Belgium, France, Israel, Netherlands, Greece, and a few more European countries, as well as England. And the mission of CERN is to explore the universe, or rather to better understand how our universe is structured, and to understand antimatter, and beyond, how the universe came into being, especially the Big Bang, which scientists assume that the Big Bang was the beginning of everything, the creation of our universe. Is it only a theory, the Big Bang? More on that in a moment. The heart of CERN is a particle accelerator, the Large Hadron Collider, called LHC for short, which is now to be put back into operation after a long break since 2022. And this particle accelerator is basically a kind of tube that is located underground, a circular 17 miles long tunnel. And in this tube they accelerate protons, the subatomic particles from an atomic nucleus. And they accelerate those protons to the speed of light until they collide. And with this experiment they reach the smallest components of an atom to find the God particle and also more proof of the smallest pieces of antimatter. And this video is less about the scientific background. It is much more about what such experiments can trigger, whether they might lead to unwanted or irreversible energetic changes. For example, when they open a portal into another dimension or a black hole, that could become uncontrollable, and perhaps it can connect us with other unwanted timelines or worlds in a negative way, or we may dissolve into antimatter. And CERN also writes on their website that the experiments could create an opening in another dimension. What will happen when the LHC accelerator on April the 8th is switched on and accelerates protons to the speed of light and to reconstruct the conditions of the Big Bang? As you may know, I'm not a scientist, but I'm a medium and I'm a messenger between the physical and the non-physical world. and I'm connected with different star races and receive informations from those high vibrational beings. And I will share in a moment more details and just see if it resonates with you. I'm not interested in trying to convince you for anything, but I share the information that I have received that are of great importance for humanity now. And this information comes from a galactic council, an organization of extraterrestrial beings who oversee what is happening here on Earth. And from their higher perspective and their knowledge, they can see further than our scientists can so far. How serious is the danger that they could open a dimension portal or a large black hole because of their experiment? But before I dig deeper into the information from the Galactic Council about this project, why was April the 8th chosen? Of course, you could say this is purely by chance, due to some kind of planning, but it could also have something to do with the fact that eclipses have a very strong energetic effect, similar to a black hole, and this can lead to a short-term change in the ionosphere, the upper layer of the atmosphere of Earth. And these changes are related to a reduced solar radiation, when the moon partially or completely covers the sun. And by the way, this happens worldwide, because in Switzerland, where the proton accelerator is located, the spectacle will not be visible in the sky. The ionosphere is divided into different layers, depending on the height and type of the ions. And during a solar eclipse, these layers can be blocked due to the reduced solar radiation, or they can literally disappear. Perhaps this is precisely the effect they want to explore. Officially, there is no justification why this date was chosen, and I know there are a lot of speculations out there, speculations about why this date was chosen. Was it to harm humanity? But let's see what the Galactic Council has to share about it. I know it may sound strange to have contact with extraterrestrial beings, but just see if the information resonates with you. And the first important thing they told me is that there was no Big Bang. Not in the way the scientists think it was. Because in a world where we experience our life in a linear way, where everything has a cause and then an effect, we naturally also have the idea that everything must have a beginning. But basically that's not the case, because everything exists at the same time. Nothing really arises anew. It is simply a change of focus. It is like the question whether there was first the egg or the chicken. There is no answer to that. Both exist at the same time. But it is very difficult to understand it with logic or to understand it with your intellect, because your mind may not be able to comprehend it. And so it is basically the same with the universe. The idea of a Big Bang means that time and space were created by the Big Bang. And apparently this theory is underpinned on the base of many experiments and theoretical evidence. But is it really true? What I know from the Galactic Council is that it was not a big bang, so it was not an explosion, but the exact opposite, an implosion. And in case of an implosion, existing matter is pushed inwards from the outside, which compresses it. And this happens only through concentrated focus on energy. Quite similar, by the way, when we use our manifestation power. But that would be a topic for another video. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, then you are welcome to do so. In truth, there is no space that is really empty, and something that does not exist cannot suddenly come into existence. It is all a change of focus, and energy is never lost. And something that does not exist will always not exist, simply because of the definition. But a science that is very strongly male-oriented and is based only on our human logic can fail very easy. And you can decide for yourself what you believe in, whether you resonate with what I say or not. How dangerous could this event be in terms of dimensional portals that could open? Here too, we may understand that everything already exists here and now, and that we are all part of all dimensions. Because a human being is not just only a human being with a body. You are so much more. You are a spiritual being that exists in all dimensions at the same time. And this can help you to deal with your fear, because nothing can be lost. Nothing can really leave you or be taken away from you. And here comes an important universal law, because everything exists here and now. And when you experience movement or change, it is not really change or movement, because everything exists here and now already. It is only a shift in your consciousness from moment to moment, a change of your perspective. And this creates the illusion that there is movement, that there is change. And I often talk about it is like you go to a cinema and you watch a movie where you think there is a story and you might feel the same like the actor, and maybe you also get sad when something bad happens, or maybe you are happy because of the happy end. And then you go in the projector room and you realize everything already exists here on the film reel. Everything that seemed so real were just little fixed images on a roll of film. And only through the projector a movie is created. And the projector is your consciousness that creates a movie out of fixed snapshots, so that it makes sense to you that there is life, or there is change, or there is movement. But in truth, it is really an illusion. Everything is a snapshot, and you make your own movie of choosing those little pictures and move them, bring them together so that you create your life story. But all the images on the film reel, they exist simultaneously at the same time. And that means we change at every moment only the frame, literally. And each frame is basically a unique own existing parallel universe. Because it is a unique and complete new moment. There is not just one particle that changes. There is just no particle that changes. It is always another particle in a different universe. And that means again, there are infinitely many parallel existing universes at the same time. Therefore, there is no need for fear, for a shift in another reality. You are shifting all the time. You do it really naturally. And this means also that not the outside can determine in which dimension you are right now, nor CERN or any experiment or anyone else. Nobody has the power to change your fate. But the only thing that really matters is your frequency, your energy, your belief system. And you shift through millions of parallel universes right now. And if for you the experiment of a black hole is not relevant, or an explosive changeover into another dimension, then you will not experience it. Maybe in another life, because you are an eternal being with an immortal consciousness. But this is something we are just starting to understand, what it means, even if your mind cannot grasp it yet, but your heart can understand it. We do not even need technology to travel through infinite parallel universes. We do it all the time, in every moment. Every moment is unique. And the only thing that determines what you experience is your energy. And that is connected to what you believe in. That's the crazy thing about it. But if you want to get more information, you can also watch my recently published video about the Matrix, where I go more into details on this topic. All it takes is really only awareness. Awareness in your life. And do not let yourself pull you down or keep you trapped in an old world by believing in negative and limiting ideas that hinder your happiness. This new experiment cannot harm you. And by the way, the God particle that they are searching for, yes, it exists. It exists in everything that is. It is divine consciousness itself that permeates through everything, without beginning and without end. And basically the science tries to prove something with logic or with an experiment, but that's not the right way. You can only experience the God particle through consciousness, and that is connected mostly with your heart. And for us as humans, it is important to understand that our life, our dimension, and everything that we experience determines what we believe in. And what we believe in determines our energy and the dimension and the reality and the parallel universe we will experience. And you have to work on that if you are not living the life that you really want. Dimensions are frequency areas, and to change a dimension, you have to be on the same level of frequency to become aware of this dimension. Otherwise, it is not possible to grasp it. Your consciousness must be on the same level as this dimension. Only then you can shift. It is not as simple as buying a train ticket and choosing another train. And if you want to know more about this, I recently released a video about the Matrix. And this is really amazing, and it will help you more to understand how to change your reality. And so please share this video with your friends and people who might love to see it, and give it a thumbs up. And I love you.